Thank you for taking the time to click on L.O.R.E. Please subscribe here and don't forget to follow us on twitch.tv/LoreLivePlay.
The province of Talantis, a lush landscape almost untouched by civilization. A prime example of nature thriving, domineering the slow-growing settlements on its fringes.
It is here that something new has begun to take shape. Creatures not native, nor natural by evolutionary means have made themselves known to curious outward eyes.
Curiosity, however, should be shared with a side of caution. These creatures show much aggression, are exceedingly territorial, and have presented themselves as a problem for many. But maybe not for a few whose paths have yet to be determined.
Whether or not these individuals walk the paths that will be presented to them,
Events will unfold as they will.
No one is ever appropriately called to action
but these few,
Will have a hand
in uncovering
the guise of these
new
new
untamed
untamed beasts.
Dun dun!
There you go, buddy.
Jeez. Greetings! Welcome to L.O.R.E and tonight's session of the Guise of Untamed Beasts. I am your Dungeon Master, Mathew Garro, and with me are my players for this adventure. Oh, and what players they are, the level of energy they have, if you were only here off-scene. But, to my right, we'll start with Kayla.
I'm Kayla Pitts. I play Zilri.
Down below, we got ourselves Ryan.
Hello, I am Ryan K. I am playing Zoro, the Tree Speaker.
Below me, we have DG.
Hello, I'm DG Holstein. I am playing Azazel, the Hobgoblin Elf Wizard.
It's been a long day, y'all. I didn't even know.
Off to a great
It's been a
start.
long day.
It's okay, get it out now.
Trying to share
Next.
the link, I'm sorry.
Next, we have Sarah.
Hi, I'm a lizard named Orn.
And lastly, we have Chris.
What are you playing?
Hello, my name's Chris, and I'm also a lizard named Warren.
They're all
But today I will be playing some guy named Trovik who thinks he's an orc and is actually a minotaur.
A mini tour of the world.
Minotaur of the world.
How long is the tour?
It's a mini, so a 10-day.
Oh, I thought it was
Wow.
like 3 hours.
2 weeks. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's move into our announcements before we get started. I'd like to talk about Extra Life. It's a program for local Children's Miracle Network hospitals to help raise money through Twitch and the gaming community. We have linked up with Penn State's Children's Hospital with a goal of raising $500 in donations this year. How do we do that? Through natural ones. For every natural one rolled, you will hear this sound. Cue Chris. Hello there, fine lady. Really?
Oh, I'm sorry, was that the wrong one?
Oh!
Okay.
Oh, I don't think that's the right one.
That's what we decided on tonight, guys. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Sure.
it could be a number of things.
Oh my God, we're it's all too well tonight.
Do you want to hear it again?
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Hello there, fine lady. Hello there, fine lady.
Hey.
Hey, is it you?
Of course it's me.
No.
Should've turned
Oh
the
my
fan on
god,
instead
I
of
didn't
the
realize until I heard it in remix.
Let's try the remix.
So, yeah, whenever we roll natural ones, we're gonna you can donate $1 to match at the end of the session. We're gonna tally them all up. Anyone can donate the total ones we rolled or more if you're feeling generous. Simply follow the link below in our About section and click the donate button to help. All donations go directly to Penn State Children's Hospital. Now, the question is, should I even go through the Foundry one, or are you guys gonna throw me for another loop? Bruh. All right, let's see if I can speed through this, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, as fast as you can, beatbox.
No beatbox. I don't beatbox.
All right. Commercial
Foundry.
disclaimer. Go.
Go. Foundry is a virtual tabletop application built for experiencing multiplayer tabletop RPGs. The Game Master or GM uses a feature-rich and modern self-hosted application with their players connect directly through their web browser. It provides a powerful framework designed to customizable and developer-friendly, utilizing powerful tools to help tell immersive stories and create memorable moments of the group. To date, it contains support over 150 different game systems such as Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder, Warhammer, and Vampire the Masquerade, just to name a few, and over 1,000 custom add-on modules, each one created using the ideal systems and add-ons provided, to bring a unique gaming experience for each group, none like any other. The developers also have an interactive community of their Discord server when they answer your technical questions, provide release updates for system packages, and upcoming community content. Best of all... I'm losing my mind.
You got it.
Best of all, this can all be acquired with a one-time purchase without subscriptions or feature gating. If this sounds like a product that can greatly enhance gameplay for you in your gaming table, then go check out their website at www.foundryvtt.com for all their details. That's www.foundryvtt.com for all their details. And if you want to see Foundry in action, you could check it out here tonight, during tonight's session, or on a New Horizon hosted on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Did I forget anything? No. Yes, and if you want to join L.O.R.E, then you can link up with us on any of our social media platforms through Linktree. That's linktr.ee/L.O.R.E liveplay. Chris, merch now!
Oh, this is easy, man. Look, bumper sticker, pin, done.
Bam.
Bye.
And how much are the bumper stickers?
Bumper pins? The bumper pins are...
I'm out.
Bumper pickers.
40 ruples. So, like, math. Bumper stickers 7. Pins 3. Buy them both for 9. Save $1.
Whoa.
Holla for $1.
I could then use that dollar and donate it.
To Extra Life, which we're raising money for. Oh yeah, and I'll give it an extra $1 just for that beautiful intro from Mathew Garro.
Matthew, you missed a word. Can you take it from the top?
We're actually looking to get that within 60 seconds. So if you could just
conversational, please.
God damn it!
If you could just not
Can you
breathe.
breathe less? That'd be great.
It's a little more natural, a little less voice-over-y.
Hello, folks. You're in for a real treat tonight because we are just losing our minds.
Yep.
Yeah.
But let's see what actually happens as we bring it in. To recap from the last session. After a night of drinking and getting to know each other, the group awoke within Orin's commune, eager to eat and follow up on some of the other leads that they had previously encountered, whatever you want to use. While Zoril accompanied Orin to the Longline Yards and curiously indulged in the simplicity behind their actions, Azazel and Zilri ordered food and drink from the local taverns, sharing a conversation regarding their families. Meanwhile, Doxia was having a bit of a sickness from a mix of drinks the night before and the minced fish provided by some of the other lizard folk. Trovik, on the other hand, was feeling something in the pit of his stomach, though unsure of what it was. After reconvening and serving up some tea to Doxia, they asked around and were directed to the Low Tide Downtime, a local gambling house, in search of a man named Ty Holden, who might be able to point them in the right direction. Zilri, above all else, was delighted to be in a place that evoked her pleasures and immediately attempted to join a game. The rest met with Ty, a creepy and somewhat misogynistic man with a calming demeanor, and struck a deal. Beat him in a game of his choice, and he would offer whatever help they needed. Zilri accepted, begrudgingly, and openly mocked Ty for his uncomfortable candor during the game, and came out victorious. Sticking to his side of the deal, he offered 2 choices. Speak with an aggressive bounty hunter by the name of Camilla, or help clear out a secret storehouse of his, now occupied by some new invasive creatures. Camilla refused to talk, or did not make it easy for them, so they accepted Ty's job and were brought to the shorelines, on the edge of town where a hidden cave entrance was found. Upon investigating the dark, damp, and dreary storehouse, they were attacked by these large, purplish crabs with multifaceted jaws. One did directly start off by eating Pepper, while the other was ridden by an invisible Orn, who kept it locked in place. In anger, Azazel cast forth a flaming sphere, igniting it, and a handful of flammable boxes, duly noted, while Trovik unleashed the uncomfortable feeling in his stomach, releasing a series of black tendrils that lashed out against the crustaceous abominations and terrifying him in the process. Zorol, transforming into his bear form, tore part one and tossed it aside while Orn ripped out the innards of the other, leaving it in a crumpled heap. And we take place in the same spot, in the same moment where we left off. The two large crab-like creatures have been eviscerated by the group itself and have been set aside, crumpled, and dead. A handful of boxes are still somewhat burning a little bit from Azazel's flaming sphere spell. Too many S's today. S's today. You guys are gonna kill me. And yeah, it's still dark. You still have your light fixtures up. The moment is yours, and it is calm and quiet.
Orn's pissed off that it got burnt by some of the acid, so it kind of just like flicks off any entrails that were on it from punching the thing's head through.
Okay. Yeah, you were just covered in a goopy mess of entrails that you just ripped out of its head? ? But slowly kind of wiping off some of the viscera left over. There is still a bit of a handful of boxes that are on fire. And yeah, Zoril is still in his grizzly bear form.
In my grizzly bear form, I'm just going to like take a look or like walk sort of around and smell out anything that I can, if there's anything like else that I can notice in here. Any additional creatures? I don't know if this is a door. I'll just see what I can see or smell.
Okay. With the bit of light coming off of the fire, the torches held by your various companions, there are still some darker spots and corners in the warehouse, in the storehouse itself, even some in between like the crevices, the shelves, and the boxes themselves. Aside from the two large crustaceous-like creatures, it smells old, musty, bit of alcohol kind of in the air, and the faintest smell of decay. Coming, I would say, in this general area. Kind of picks up a little bit more over here.
Okay. I'll go towards that area and see if there's anything dead or dying or whatever over here. But sort of like nudge some boxes out of the way. My snoot.
With your snoot.
Snooting around.
I'll say make an intelligence check for me. Or sorry, an investigation check.
Okay.
Seeing Bear Zoril go off and start investigating, Azazel would move away from the boxes and have the flaming sphere come with him to sort of be sitting in like the middle of the floor, away from anything flammable, just to try and preserve anything.
Okay.
So I'd be like, yeah, and it really isn't a super safe place for that thing. It's like made of fire or something.
So I got a 14.
14. So sniffing about, kind of using your large snout and your oversized bear paws, kind of pushing around some of the broken debris and whatnot. The acrid smell of decay kind of like picks up a little bit more, and you find what looks like a small arm and nothing left attached to it, but just like a small, almost decrepit little greenish arm with maybe about 3-4 fingers on it. It looks somewhat torn off.
What's the floor like in here?
The floor is mostly stone with a handful of wooden planks to help level off the more uneven areas of the ground. aside from the blood spatters created by these creatures, and there, from your first glance and purview, there is a bit of dried blood in the immediate area as well. But it's it seems as though it's faded.
All right. Are there any bare patches, any patches of just bare earth or anything? Not bare earth, but you know what I mean.
I wouldn't say soft soil or dirt, but stone, yes. As this is more in the, I would say, stone and that hard gravelly sediment is what I was thinking of. Sorry.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'll pick up the arm and just carry it.
Okay.
In your mouth, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have thumbs. Well, I have them. They're just not opposable.
What do the rest of you do as Zoral's grisly form slowly returns and just drops what looks like a severed arm?
No, I don't drop it. I just carry it. My intention is to carry it out.
I guess, I'll take a look around too, unless someone else wants to do something first.
Yeah, I'll do a once over with Orn.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Orn's,
Are you looking around to see what's in the room, or are you actively kind of pilfering through the boxes or
I'm gonna
the area?
pilfer through some boxes. Orn thinks that maybe there's some fish that could be found, but
Okay.
up for anything.
Not what Azazel's doing, but yeah. Azazel's, he's probably, I would want to look around for any other signs of beasts that look like they weren't specifically these two, any other signs of struggle. Seeing a severed arm, also definitely looking for any other dead or dying things, probably in some of the opposite corners that Zoral wasn't looking in.
Okay. Both of you make separate investigation checks for me.
The sheer the better.
Great.
I got an 11.
I got a 6.
Going through some of the boxes, Orn, it's mostly filled with wines, liquors, ales, generally alcohol, as Ty had previously mentioned. You don't come across any fish, live, dead, or otherwise. This is literally just almost like a wine cellar, we would say. Azazel, checking the area that you saw Zoral retrieve the hand from, you do notice the immediate dried out bloodstains. There isn't much else around, but it looks like there is a bit of a, you notice a small crevice where the obvious blood stain marks kind of in the wall are. But you don't catch any other signs of bodies or any other creatures.
So
A crevice with blood. Oh.
Well, there's so to reiterate, there's just there are you do see the small potch marks of dried old blood stains, but you do also notice near, at the back corner, there is it looks like a crevice in the wall.
How big of a crevice are we talking?
Secret
approaching
passway crevice?
Approaching it's fairly small for someone, even for someone for most people. I would say maybe 2 to 3 feet in length.
So maybe a hand could fit in there, but not a whole person.
Well, it looks more let's say from ground up. It's not perfectly carved or cut or anything. It looks like something broke through it. It's maybe about anywhere between 2 to 3 feet, 2 to 3 feet of an opening. Probably, you gather, a smaller creature could fit through there.
Okay. I'm gonna take my my short sword out and just sort of like stick it in the crevice and see like how far it can get back there, if it hits anything like that.
And you're able to stick your sword and your arm through. It's
Okay.
It's a bit of a tight squeeze, but it's not so much that you would have trouble putting your arm through. You would have difficulties trying to get your whole body through, that is. Well, it goes in. You can kind of feel the tapping of the stone wall against your sword and your arm as you kind of wiggle your arm through. Possibly goes deeper than that.
Oh, yeah? Orn takes a look over there of Azazel's hobgoblin arm disappearing through the wall and comes over and can Orn like try and kick the wall down and make a bigger hole? Is it possible? Is there?
Sure. Make a strength check for me.
Oh my god, it's a nat 20.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
I say, still going off of that adrenaline high, you kind of walk over, see Azazel kind of like trying to fit his arm through. You push him aside and immediately just start tearing into the sides of the wall, opening up the crevice wide enough so that at least most medium-sized creatures, though they would probably have to squeeze through, you could fit through.
Dope.
Well, that's not very delicate of you.
Orange just digging away, ripping up to the side of the small pieces of wood that's left, and digging into like very hard stone and dirt.
If Ty asks, the crabs did that. Yeah?
Trovik and Zilri, do either of you doing anything in particular, or just watching this unfold?
Trovik is, if a Minotaur could look pale in the face, he would be pale white as a ghost and just kind of like touching himself and okay, rephrasing.
Okay.
Patting
himself around, wondering where that came from, and isn't talking to anybody. He doesn't know what the hell happened.
Okay.
Zilri's been sitting on a box this whole time, kicking her feet, watching Orn, the invisible lizard, take down the crab. So when I see that Azazel and Orn go to investigate the wall, I'm just going to hop off the crate that I've been on, and I want to crack that open if I can, and just see what's inside the one that I was sitting on.
Sure. Make a general investigation for me.
Ooh, 7.
7. Popping it open, it's not too difficult, and they weren't necessarily locked, but looking inside, you do see some old bottles of wine. A series of wine. They look like different reds. Some a little bit darker than other. Some a little bit lighter, almost like a rosé style. But crate is full of them.
Ooh, Trey,
My
give me a
favorite.
bottle.
I'm gonna grab one of those. Yeah.
All right. So you can add yourself a bottle of wine of your choosing.
And then I'm gonna shout over to Trovik, hey big guy, you okay?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. And I go to keep putting the bottles.
Once Orn is like really tearing into that crevice, Azazel's like, well, all right, I guess I'll do something else then. And he'll sit down and start taking out some generic magical supplies, and I'll start ritual casting detect magic. We'll see if that does anything.
Sure.
While that's going on, I'll can my bear form fit out the door that we came in?
I mean, the door frame itself was already partially broken, as if something wide kind of crunched through it. You could probably squeeze through it, though you might need a little bit of help. Otherwise, you could always just break it open more so.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just drop the bear form.
Okay.
My non-bear form is not much smaller.
Oh, I was hoping for Kool-Aid Bear.
But as I do, like, I just like spit the.
Oh yeah!
I'll spit the arm into my.
All right, Zoro, you turn back into your regular Goliath self.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead and do that. Yep. I'll just go outside and like I can't remember. Like what's the outside like? I see that there's like a
it's
pier and some like stone.
There are a series of wooden planks that have been set within this small section of the cave, as there is a little bit of water underneath from some of the higher tide that kind of bellowed in from the lake itself. But it does lead out from the cave into the shoreline area where you can see the whole Riptide Bay ahead of you.
Okay. If I find like a patch of like soil, like bare soil or like anything that has some sort of like thing growing out of it, I'm gonna lay the arm down and do some like druid craft to have like the plants and grasses sort of just like take the arm into the ground.
Okay. So the shoreline, well, it's more like I wouldn't say muddy, but definitely the soil there is damp enough that you could easily dig through. You place the small little arm in, and then using your druid craft, the earth and the soil kind of just slowly buries itself, and you see like a small little bud of like a flower kind of just slowly start to bloom.
This is all that I could do for you. Now I must go back and help the others from losing their limbs, I suppose. Go back in, and whatever people are getting up to is what they're getting up to.
Okay. Walking back in, you see Zori's kind of checking up, standing nearby Trovik. Trovik looks like he's seen a ghost. He's not hiding it. He looks terrified right now. Orn is still kind of digging up at the back corner, and Azazel seems to be imbued in some sort of ritual. And I'll say, after a few minutes, the detect magic goes off. What's the radius on it again? Is it 30 feet?
30 feet.
Dirty feet.
30 feet?
30?
30 feet.
30
Oh,
feet.
Aye.
Feet are 30.
So where would you be when you were casting this? Ritual casting this? Because I'll actually use the...
Probably would have just sat back about like 5 or 6 feet from where Orin was just tearing into the wall.
Where's the wall? Is my token there?
We'll say you guys are in the corner here.
Also, the
Ooh.
flaming sphere would be gone by now.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Are there still boxes on fire?
This
There are
box
a
is
couple
on
that are
fire.
still sparked. So 30
420.
feet. Okay, detect magic. So you get in. I don't know. I'm not sure. Can you see the big kind of like purpley hue?
Yeah.
Over?
Yes.
Okay. In that general area, that's about 30 feet from where you're standing. Immediately, you pick up the remains of the two creatures. There is a bit of a faint aura that kind of like permeates within them. Along with...
Da-da-da-da.
Along with what looks like two blips in the corner, writing about here, just at the edges of your detect magic.
Do I get a certain school of magic off of them, or just...
You do. amongst the creatures themselves, there is a bit of a necromancy permeating off of the remains, and specifically, your detect magic cues up the clone spell. Small traces of the clone spell used between the two.
I move closer to those tiny blips off in the corner. Do I get a school of magic from them?
Good question. That I'm uncertain of. Let's take a look. Well, you see the two blips. They're in. One is in a box, kind of buried at the bottom, and another one is on a shelf, just a few feet behind it. Both of them, the one that you can see on the shelf, it looks like a jug, like a regular old ceramic jug. Sifting through the box, the other one you kind of sift through a bunch of different bottles of ale and liquor, and you pull out what looks like a tankard. And it's got like a frowny, dwarvish-looking face kind of inscribed into it.
Interesting. Do they just seem like enchanted alcohol items, or...?
Possibly. But the jug itself is giving off a faint aura. It doesn't have... I would say the jug itself on the shelf, probably more closer to conjuration. And the tankard, if I'd have to put something to it, I'd probably say abjuration.
Interesting. I want to, is there anything in the tankard? Because obviously the jug has something in it now.
Looking in both, they're both empty.
Oh. Interesting.
But these two items are magical in nature. You would probably have to just spend some time to figure out what they are exactly.
Curious.
Do I want to steal from our employer?
It's not stealing. He said we could take what we wanted.
Yes, Ziller yells from the other side of the room.
Azazel didn't say that out loud. You don't know what he's doing.
You don't know me. You don't know what I've been through. You're not my real dad. You can't tell me what to do.
Bottle mind
Gotta quit
links you
playing lawful
to.
characters.
Zilri can sense when some mischief is afoot.
Oh.
The choice is yours. They are there. But
We did, just to clarify, we did ask if we could take some stuff, and he was chill with it.
what Ty specifically said when you asked for some sort of recompense for doing his favor, he slyly did say that, you know, if you skimmed a bottle or two off the top, he would just tell Girth when they took back the storehouse that, hey, there were some broken bottles, so we'll have to take it up to the losses. So, but
This is
that's
our
all he said.
payment.
The choice is yours.
I don't know.
Zillery takes a second bottle.
This is probably worth so much more than the bottles, but also
It's just a bottle. He said just take a bottle.
yeah, I don't know what they are. I just thought it was a cool looking tankard.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm swiping them. I'm swiping. These are shifty guys.
He sounds so sad.
Yeah, you really want that in their hands?
So when you
That's vague.
decide to find a way to figure out what these items are, you let me know and I will tell you what they are.
Sure.
But just note you have a magic tankard and a magic jug. Essentially.
Hey, Azazel, I like your magic jug.
Hey, nice jug.
If you rub it, does a genie come out? Azazel, rub the jug.
Anyway,
Oh, something
As-
comes
so
out
now-
of it for sure.
with detect
I am your
being up
genie.
Still,
Yeah.
Azazel's gonna get like real close into that crevice and see if he detects anything on his detect magic in there.
Well, I've opened it up now, right? We can just walk through.
I would say you've widened it. It is still a bit of a tight squeeze, but
We can
you would
shimmy.
definitely have to dig through. You've opened up the opening, but you do notice just from the faint light that the rest of you have, it does go for a bit of ways, at least
Ooh.
until the darkness hits. But your detect magic does not pick up anything within the 30-foot radius in the crevice itself.
Nice.
Well, it seems quite likely that this is the passageway that they took to get in here. At least something did. Something a little bit smaller than our little crab friends. What exactly are you guys wanting to do about this? You just want to leave it as it is, or should we investigate a little further? That's one for investigation. I like your spirit, Orn. Zilri, Trovic?
You just hear clinking noises of like bottles clinking together on my person as I walk over to you. Like, whatever. Sure.
Zilri's bag looks a little bit thicker than it was previously.
Well, the crabs sure broke a lot of bottles in here. Those dastardly creatures. Trovic, how about you, bud?
Yeah, what is good? Yes.
Are you
Baby,
okay
don't
now?
hurt me.
Trovic never better.
Do I believe that?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
can-
Is
Orn
Trovic-
wants to insight check that.
Sure, you guys. I mean, it depends on how well Trovic is trying to hide it or whatnot.
I'm
but
standing there going like this to Azazel.
Well-
He's not okay.
Orn got a 1.
Sounds like Orn.
1.
It wasn't natural,
Zazel got
though.
a 10 because I need to quit rolling on Foundry.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't like me.
Well, Trovic, are you kind of being plain-faced right now? Are you trying to hide your fears, whatever is going on in your mind right now, or you just Still-
Ghost-faced, but sure, he's trying.
okay?
Yeah.
Was that, by the way, was that the first time that happened?
Oh, you're talking me?
Oh.
Oh. Then... yes. Mm-hmm. It is... bit weird for Trovic not know who cast dark magic or something.
Zazel, with your detect magic, you do, like, as you get closer to Trovic, there is, like, very faint little bit of energy that kind of, like, surrounds his torso for, like, a minute or so, and then eventually just, you see it kind of slowly diminishing and fleeting until it's gone.
My horns, my eyes are up here.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at you, big guy.
Okay. Do my eyes look okay?
Do his eyes look okay?
Do my eyes look okay?
They look fairly normal.
Okay.
Yeah, they look fine. Follow my finger. Yeah, I think you're good.
Okay. Good.
But
A lawyer and a doctor.
Wow.
So none of us are really good at talking to people, Trovik, but if something's like going on or you need like help with something, you can talk to us. We're not good at it, but we can do it.
Okay, this is good, yes. We'll take that into considers. We'll remember. Thank you, big red guy.
You're welcome, bigger red guy.
Cocks a little bit of a smile. It's good, yes.
So does anyone have like a sort of mobile light source they could maybe put in that crevice? And I mean, we're not going to be able to dig through a ton of it, but like if someone has something like that, that would be really great.
I like Zilri ruffles through another crate for a bottle that she knows she doesn't, that looks like expensive, but she knows she doesn't want. And then she smashes it on the ground and goes, I can set up a light for you. And I want to cast Dancing Lights.
Dancing.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
What's your...
Oh my god. This is what I was dealing with earlier. It's great. It's fantastic. How many orbs do you want to summon? You can have up to 4.
Horns?
Horns?
I'll just do 2. I want one to stay over my shoulder, and I'll send one where he's pointing.
All right. So the first, so you summon 2.
Oh no.
I had to.
Energy tonight. Love it. I say with fleeting sarcasm. Boo. So, you cast 2 little glowing orbs. One kind of just hovering over your shoulder, and the other one slowly moves to about 20 feet into the ahead of you. It gets maybe about a few feet into the crevice before it kind of reaches its limit. So what you could do is you could either send the other orb closer, and that way it extends its reach, or you could move closer and use both.
So do you guys just want to walk in? Is that the plan?
I mean, we can't really get that far in. I just wanted to see if we could see more. Orn, I love your enthusiasm, but it'll take you so long to dig through this whole thing. And I really don't know if we should be stealing from and destroying the storehouse. That doesn't really seem ideal.
The light must be within 20 feet or another. Yeah, I guess I'll dispel the one over my shoulder if we can't. I thought we were going to walk through. If we can't physically get through there, then I'll just send the one as far out as it can go.
Okay. We'll say that you move closer to the opening in the wall itself, and you send out your orbs further in. And it does go for maybe about 30-40 feet. And just at the edges of the first orb, as far out as you can see, you do see what looks like some sort of shape on the ground itself. Kind of looks like clothing, maybe a figure of some kind. It looks small, though.
Looks like some garbage in there, Azazel. Were you looking for treasure?
I was looking for any sort of clues that could help us figure out what those things were, why they were here.
Take a look yourself.
Okay, I'll take a look myself.
Peering in with the help of the dancing light orbs, you can see the faint shape of the clothed, possible small figure deeper within, maybe about 40 feet into the crevice itself. It is, even with Orn digging, I'd say you could probably fit yourself a little bit. I'm trying to remember. I think, if I remember correctly, Azazel and Zilri are the smallest of the group. You could probably insert yourselves a little bit, but it would become too difficult for you to squeeze through after a certain point.
If I look very intently on this small, clothed figure, does it look like it's moving in the sense that it's a breathing creature, or is it just kind of laying there?
Just still. Very still.
What happened to your little owl friend? Can we send him in there?
Damn crabs ate it.
But I thought you said when we met you that if Orin ate it, it would be fine because he would pop up somewhere else.
Yeah, back home in the Feywild.
Oh.
Orn is disappointed that Orn didn't get a bite out.
I mean, God, dude,
There's still time.
I didn't buy supplies. But I could bring him back in like 11 minutes. I would just need to go buy a few things first, and I don't have those things.
Off the top off of one of the bottles I have. 11 minutes, huh? That's not so
I mean,
bad.
after I go buy the things, and then it would take me 11 minutes.
How far are we away from store?
Yeah.
Yeah, what time of day was it when we came in here? And how quickly could I go buy a bunch of stuff?
My God.
It was about mid-morning, closer to the afternoon.
Okay.
To about noon, I would say. So maybe 10,
I mean, how
30?
far are we from a store?
Well, you're technically still within Semyaza itself. You're just
okay.
in a hidden storehouse underground.
Is this area that we're trying to get into... What exactly? It's down or through a wall?
Through a wall. Through like a corner in the wall.
And it's not big enough for the big guys to go through?
No. Unless you
Can
find
I
a
make
way
it
to...
big enough with my axe, please?
Sure, I'll say make a strength check for me.
Okey
See if
doke.
you can try and widen this crevice.
Alright.
I'd be trying with you, man.
I
24.
inspire you.
Yeah.
So between your hulking body and your great axe, you are able to start chiseling away the side wide enough so that at least
Oh, I'm chiseled alright.
at least you can kind of
You're our
get
big
yourself
guy.
in, and you get maybe about halfway in. And it's just the figure that Zilri had pointed out is maybe about 20 feet away, but you'd still have to dig a bit more.
So can we investigate it from here and figure out what it is?
There's a Trovik stuck in the tunnel.
This is not the first time Trovik gets stuck in campaign. Can I try whacking it again to
Sure.
get further? Okay. Oof, that's not good.
7. Or what's your total?
12, but what'd you say about inspiring?
I was joking.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, you're okay. I'm like, what,
You get maybe another 5 feet, widening it. Not as large as you previously have already dug through, and you find that it's getting more and more difficult. The stone itself is harder.
I'm going to rage.
Okay. All right.
Is it the tendrils?
Okay,
So I remember last time you messaged me. Do you want me to roll or do you want to roll?
please do.
You want me to roll?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll tell
Let me just quickly pull this back up.
I lean over to Azazel. And to think, you could be halfway to the store by now.
I was really planning on going for a milk run, but this is entertaining. No milk.
Oh, did I tell you a D8? I'm sorry.
It's D8. Bam. Did it pop up? There it is. 7. So the rest of you see as Trollvik immediately just kind of like takes a deep breath and just yells, and all of a sudden vines and flowers start to grow and entangle around his limbs and his torso, almost looking like this humanoid walking plant. And then immediately the area around him, vines and flowers begin to bud as the vines kind of like seep into the rock around him and create this mass entanglement and blockade of just plants.
No.
That's the exact opposite of what we wanted.
Almost,
and you're copying Zorl. That's not very nice.
Dude, no, Tree Man,
So-
what did you do to me?
At this
I'm
point,
Groot.
at this point, Trollvik, you are practically stuck in this crevice now that you've just filled with
Shit.
roots and plants.
Okay.
So happy.
Mr. Talking Tree, Zorol, let me out, please, whatever you did.
Zorl's
Yep. Sorry,
back
go ahead.
is turned like away from this. I'm putting out the fires with my druid.
Okay, at least somebody was doing it. And there are maybe 2 or 3 boxes that have been scorched and somewhat eaten away, but it wasn't a massive wildfire, but easy enough. You just watch the fire just little smokes and wisps, and you hear Trova kind of calling out.
Zorol, please stop. Make it go away, please. Why do I always keep slipping in
Get to the chopper!
that? Get off with the
Weed
flowers.
chopper.
Azazel, you still have a few minutes left on Detect Magic. You do see that the vines themselves and this energy coming off of Trovic, it just kind of like lights up the tunnel itself, and you're like, oh, it's a lot of magic coming off of Trovic.
Yeah, Trovic, buddy, I don't mean to alarm you, but that's not Zorl.
No, it has to be. He's got it in for Trovik.
No, you were rude to him like once. I think he's cool with it, but like, I'm just saying, I literally can look and see magic right now, and it's coming from you. The magic was inside you all along.
No. This is not possible. Trovik not even know what magic is. Could not be. Just Zorol!
I mean,
Let me out, please!
no, listen, not to have a complete like magic counseling session right now, but some magic just kind of happens, and you don't really get a say in it.
Okay, good talk. Zorol! Look, if you
What's
want
that?
me to say sorry for pissing on thing, then Trovik sorry, okay? Let me out. Now.
Why are we still here?
Right, you were off doing a thing. There was this crevice here. There's something a little farther in there. We're just trying to get in there. Trovik started smashing around, and then some vines grew out of him. I was just gonna go and get some materials to bring back Pepper, but I guess that's gonna have to wait.
I don't understand. You were going to go out and come back. Is there's something in that hole besides this, whatever this is?
Yeah, there was like a little
Glory.
piece of cloth, and like I'm gonna be honest, if we get through all this effort and we get in there and it's nothing, I'm gonna be really disappointed. But if it's something, it's something.
Zorl, buddy, you don't happen to have like any sort of calming things for within your druid craft, do you? Because our buddy Trovik's having a little bit of an existential crisis in there, and he's sort of wedged himself with some magic that he thinks is yours. So if I had a calming effect on people, man, I'd be right over there, but I am very busy right now. So.
Yes, you look busy. You just keep doing you. As
Thanks, man. I knew you'd understand.
When did you pick that up?
I'm far traveled, far more traveled than you.
Much culture.
So I'll go over to this and then just sort of like look at Trovik stuck in this hole with all these vines.
One point, definitely at one point you hear like a definite frustration.
Well, I did not do this. That would require me paying attention to you. I can get you out, but I don't think that this place is worth exploring any further. We were tasked with clearing this place of these creatures, and we've done that. So let's go. I don't know if there's any more information that we can glean about the strange beasts. I'm actually very frustrated that we haven't found any more about them. So, let's speed that up, and if freeing him will lead to that, then I shall do it. I'll see what I can do, at least.
Actually, there is one thing I learned when I was looking at these things with my seeing magic. I detected a trace of the clone spell on these crabs, which to me is interference from some sort of sentient thing, and that's why I wanted to dig further into the crevice, because I think it might be useful information in there. I'm sorry for not explaining right away, but you were kind of off doing your own thing.
Well then, let us make haste. I will try to do some like druid craft to get the vines to like back off. I can't like make them wither or anything, but just be like, going to be okay. He didn't mean it.
I'll stand by with my sword just in case.
Okay. So using your druidcraft, you're able to kind of untangle the vines themselves and move them about, making it a little bit of an easier passageway. It is still filling it up, and it's not necessarily removing the vines, but you're able to control them around Trovik. However, after about a minute or so, the vines do begin to recede and wilter and almost like fade to dust, as the magic that's kind of enveloping Trovik to create these vines vanishes. But luckily enough, the sudden force caused by all these massive vines did open up the crevice a little bit further that you can reach this object.
As the as the vines sort of like wither away and Trovik is able to get out, I will stare him dead in his eyes like, seems this time patience was the key.
This is not over. We need to talk.
If you say so.
Yeah, okay, how about I try to get in the crevice now? That sounds like a great idea.
I thought you were already there. What are you waiting for?
Jeez.
Boy, tensions are high with this group.
I'll walk through the crevice.
Walk through.
Oh.
You walk through the crevice itself and get to the point where Trovik had opened it enough that you can reach, and you see, easy enough with the light, with Zori's dancing lights, it's a small humanoid figure, mostly eaten. You see it's only got one arm, body kind of torn apart, and it is a little goblin.
Just Azazel in there, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Weaving and bobbing.
So, dead goblin. Any like discernible clothing or like jewelry or items And can I tell how long it's been dead for?
I'll say make a... Make an investigation check for me.
I'll do this one. Better. 15.
15. It doesn't... This little goblin did not have a lot of clothing on them, or at least there was not much of it left. Maybe bits of like scrap, kind of like what could have been a shirt or a vest of some kind, small, like almost like papery thin pants. In terms of markings and jewelry, no jewelry, but there are a series of what looks like cauterized marks along the left forearm, the only arm that it has, with different symbols. And what languages do you speak? You're a hobgoblin, I think. You probably
Common, deep speech, elvish, and goblin.
Yeah. So this is you do see
Is
that it's
that
written. Is that it? Is that all? But yes, you can understand it. It is written in Goblinoid. It says Tumak.
The rapper?
No, not Tupac. Tumak.
Yeah, Tumac, the goblin rapper.
Yeah. Tumark.
Wait. Did you say it's
not a
only
Tumark.
forearm? It only has one arm?
This goblin only has one arm. The other one
Oh.
is
Def
looks like it's missing.
leopard.
I wonder where that arm could have went.
It's the rest of its body itself. It looks like it's been here. You gather maybe a couple of days. It's slowly starting to decay and wither just ever so slightly. The beginning stages of it.
He was definitely a drummer.
But there are several lacerations all over this little goblin's body.
Any acid-looking burns?
A couple here and there. Mostly around like the hand and the forearm.
Do I gather that Tumac was this guy's like name or something?
It does sound like a goblin name.
Yeah.
I would say you can kind of put two and together. It's either this was the name of this particular goblin for him to remember his own name, or it could have been the name of a group of goblins.
Okay.
Thing
Or
is,
his lover.
goblins are very simple-minded and scattered in their way of thinking.
Looking past this guy's body, is there anything like further? Is this like the end of the crevice?
No, it does go on a little bit further.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Can I see anything down there?
With the light, it kind of keeps going on for quite a bit of ways. You're not sure right off the bat if it goes more than 80 feet or beyond that.
How much further does it look like I can crawl in?
Maybe another 10 to 15 feet, and then you would have to start digging again in order to open it up so that any of you could fit through.
I'm gonna crawl as far as I can and feel comfortable with, and then just see what I can see.
Make a... You have dark vision, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Make a perception check for me.
Four.
Even with the light aiding you and peering just beyond the dim light and your personal vision's edges, it goes on for maybe another 60, 70 feet, and then it's just too dark for you to see. You're not sure if it goes up, down, or just keeps going.
All right. I'll start heading back, and I'll grab Tumac, the little dead goblin.
All right. So you clutch this little goblin, kind of whether you carry or drag it out, and show the others. You all see Azazel kind of bring out this completely almost decimated, decayed goblin body.
Oh, so
Well, it's not nothing. From what I could gather, and this is mostly me theorizing, I guess, this is a dead goblin. His name's Tumac, or something related to him is Tumac. It says so on his arm. He's been dead for about a day. Lacerations and acid burns. The fact that he was killed within that tiny crevice, and that's seemingly the only way that things could get in and out. A little worrisome about those crabs getting in here.
It's big!
They're very large. The crevice goes down further. I couldn't really go any further in there. I'm not sure.
I'll say whoever is proficient in either history or nature can make a check for me.
Nature.
I'll do nature.
Got a 16.
Got 17.
16 and 17 nature.
We are 16 going
Okay.
on 17.
We are about to learn.
Yeah. Nature things.
What does the DM say?
Isn't that neat? It's nature.
Based on the goblin itself, the goblin is easily able to fit through this crevice. The crabs, the size that they are, bearing in mass almost comparable to and even larger than Zoril and Trovic. The crabs themselves would have had to come through the doorway. The goblins are the only one. The goblin itself was the only one who could fit through this crevice. Now, in terms of how they got here, you're uncertain, but the goblin itself, they're mostly found, I won't say rural, but more pasteurized or forested open land. They like to hide in dens or areas where they can kind of keep to themselves.
Trovic no goblin. Goblin is orcs' worst enemy.
And goblins themselves, they're not usually fond of by most other humanoid races. So, to see them around is uncommon.
I don't think that these goblins were working for Ty. Probably
that seems
had
very unlikely.
an infestation of one type or another. Still, give me the body. I'll see that it's tended to.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, goblin! Here!
Zordol, maybe Trovic come with to help you? That didn't sound
Yeah.
right.
If you must.
Trovic need to have stern talk with you about what you did back there.
Oh, this is gonna go so poorly. This is gonna go so poorly.
just when I thought they were gonna get to, yeah, man, I thought they were gonna be friends.
Why don't the rest of you walk ahead? Well, we should probably go back to Ty and tell him that our task is done.
Should we though?
I mean, yeah, we're gonna get paid then.
I don't think we're gonna get paid at all. I wouldn't be surprised if that guy completely stiffs us
Well,
and says that the
joke's on him
reward
then.
was the job itself kind of deal. You guys just wait and see.
Ooh. I
Well,
like
he
having
did-
a Zilri.
if you recall, he did say, when you said you were looking for unnatural creatures, elements, and rumors to these new beasts that were popping up, he said, do me a favor, go clear this out,
Yeah.
and whatever you find there might be able to provide you with whatever information.
Yeah.
That was pretty much all the agreement was. It was kind of like, I'll let you into my storehouse. If there's something in there that's gonna help you, by all means, go for it, but get rid of the whatever it is as well.
Maybe we'll just write him a note. Maybe we'll just send him a little note.
Perhaps get a
support
drink
that.
at another bar.
Yeah, I've got some shopping to do today. Anyway, let's start walking. All of us in front of the two big ones. Let's go.
All right. You all begin to start proceeding out of this storehouse. Zazel, Zilri, and Orn, you take the lead. Zorl and Trovik, the discussion that you wish to have is completely up to you.
I'm gonna bury the body in a similar way as the arm. I actually try to find the same place as his arm.
Well, easy enough. You did, there was the little budding sprout of a plant that marked where you had left the arm itself. So it's easy enough to see when you come out to the shoreline.
Okay.
I'll follow.
Yeah. So as I'm sort of like doing that, not looking at Trovik, just knowing that he's there, I just sort of speak up and ask him, and it's just like, how did you end up in that cage?
Oh, we're talking about this now? Look, it is story for another day. But we need to settle this between us.
That's what I was doing. But if you want to avoid the question, I was curious whether or not that Hellion thought you to be a mindless beast, and that's why he captured you.
Trovik was outnumbered in venturing away from home by Trovik's self. Bunch of men came and outnumbered Trovik and threw net on Trovik, and something made Trovik go sleepy time and then woke up in cage.
Did they treat you like an animal?
What human does not treat anything besides human like animal?
That's a good point, but there are a few. I'm just wondering if you consider yourself to be a savage beast.
Of course, Trovik, savage beast. Trovik kill and slaughter many foes and beasts and things, but Trovik, I feel like Duxie is here talking to me. Trovik not want to be such big baddie anymore. This is why Trovik left home.
I see. So, you left your home in an effort to not be as savage, bloodthirsty. You saw that there was something wrong. You wanted to change. Yet you come out here, not by circumstances of your own choosing, but as they say, you can take the orc from his tribe, but you cannot take the tribe from the orc. And that is why you behave as you do.
Trovik not know any other culture outside of where Trovik from. All this place beside when out of cage is all new to Trovik. So Trovik wanted to talk to you in private to make big apology for upsetting big tree talker but don't tell anybody, okay? Tell them that Trovik had stern talk and we probably arm wrestled or something.
It's tree speaker, but that's okay. You're learning. I knew that was not who you are. But you needed to say it for yourself. I appreciate that you want to learn to be better. And you are doing that already. I'm not going to tell them that we wrestled or whatever you say. They know as well as I do. I think that you are a good person, Trovik. And you will be an honorable orc one day. Keep working at it. Also, maybe you sprout strange magic from you in battle. Maybe have that looked at.
Wait, so that wasn't you?
No, that's you.
But it was flowers and vines and tree talker thing. That
Yes,
you
and it
do.
was shadows before. It's different. Magic is strange.
Trovik don't believe in magic.
Well, you don't have to believe in magic for it to exist. It is all around you and inside of you all the time.
Wait, so magic is Trovik's soul?
In a way.
So magic Trovik's soul maybe good thing?
Maybe. If it does not hurt those that you care about. But you are on a journey of self-discovery in more ways than one. So, and at this point I'm like sort of like done and I'm sort of like dusting off my hands and everything.
Right.
No, I do not need your help with this. It's okay. You are on a journey of self-discovery. You've only just begun to walk down your path. Now come on, we will catch up with the others.
Okay, this
And
feels
just, like,
feels good.
Pat him on the back.
Yes. Okay. And see.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Zilri stayed close enough to hear most of that conversation.
Oh no!
If only Pepper were here to have spied on that whole thing.
But
If only.
Pepper will return, I'm certain.
Actually, I want to see if I can catch up to Orn, as I, after this talk with Trovik. I don't know where Azazel and Zilri get off to, though.
I would assume that just the three of them are maybe a few feet ahead of you guys. A few dozen feet ahead at least.
-1 elusive Zilri.
But if I catch up to Orn, I'll say, Orn, How do you feel about the task which was completed?
Oh, fish!
No fish. It did smell a bit like fish. Ever so slightly. A particular type of fish, I think. I don't know. There's like a red-colored fish. It might have been. But maybe I'm overthinking it. Don't know if it got us any closer to our goal. Let's go find a good fish.
So,
Go on.
I would assume you are all venturing back into town. It only takes a few minutes. This time, unfortunately, you have to kind of walk the shoreline up a little bit, just near the edges of the exit of town to kind of climb back and come back around in. I would say, as you guys are entering back into Semyaza, Trovik and Zorol, with your passive perceptions, you see, as you're kind of going back in through one of the entranceways, you notice further down the road, you see what look like 3 other lizard folk, and they're carrying what looks like large crates with them, but they're, I would say, a bit of a distance away, leaving town and heading north.
You see this, yes?
Yes. Orn, these are your people? And sort of point them out to Orn.
Are they my people?
Yeah, it's hard to see, like, from all, like, it's just one of those, from a distance, Trovik and Zorol noticed 3 lizard folk carrying large crates north on the plated roadway, and you're just, like, looking like, yeah, it looks like 3 lizard folk. You're not sure which ones they are.
Okay. Maybe I'll get curious. I'll just run ahead.
Are you gonna try and run after them?
Yeah. see what's up.
Okay, you run, like, you're full on sprinting down the road. Okay, after a few minutes, the rest of you see just Warren beeline it, leave the city, and just start heading north down the road.
And then there were 4.
Should we follow them?
Yes.
I'd say so. Unless you have another idea, direction of which way our little investigation should go.
Well, I guess we're going that way then.
Let's follow that trail.
Follow that Orn.
The trail that we blaze.
So, Orn, you catch up to, in like a huff, you catch up to 3 other lizard folk. You do know these ones. They don't live within your commune, but they are other residents of Semyaza. This is Kavish, Rav, and Skriz.
Kavish, Rav, and Skriz. Cool.
And they are carrying what looks like a series of open crates with water.
It's Canadian Thanksgiving food.
All right, I'm gonna talk with them. What are you doing?
They kind of stop.
Oh, Orn, bringing fish to, North Village.
Right on!
Right up.
And at from a cursory glance, Orn, you see like in one of the large crates that Skriz is carrying, and they're all carrying them like they don't have a wagon or anything. They're just carrying them bare armed. You do see like what looks like a serpent of some kind of like slithering through the water a little bit. Looks a little bit larger than your regular snake, but it's just kind of...
What about that one? That one's weird.
Kind of looks in. Rav kind of chimes in.
It's other fish. Humans want many, many fish. Don't care what look like. these ones. Long stringy fish.
Can
We bring to them.
Can I do an insight check or like a nature check on if I like know if it's normal or not normal?
What do you mean exactly?
Is it like a normal snake? Is it edible or is it a weird one? Is it abnormal? Is it a freaky snake?
It's kind of. It's one of the. You've seen these ones before. It's just a regular like water snake.
Okay.
Yeah, almost like an eel style. It's just.
Nothing weird.
It doesn't look like they're carrying anything strange per se. They have like a couple boxes of fish, some sea serpents, like small crabs. Just a plethora of different, I guess, catch that you yourself would get.
Oh, okay.
But it's just to you, it's just kind of like random that they're just carrying them in crates out of the city.
Are the rest of us catching up to this?
Yeah, eventually the rest of you do catch up to this conversation.
But we're speaking in Draconic, right? They don't know what we're saying. Yeah.
That's up to you.
Yes, I speak fluent lizard.
Okay. So the rest of you hear like these snarly growls and guttural sounds coming from Orn and the other three lizard folk as they're conversing. Do any of you speak Draconic?
No, but I'm gonna cast Comprehend Languages so I can understand what they're saying.
Okay. So as Azazel, you come up and you cast your spell.
Azazel makes smarty pants.
You can kind of understand what they're saying.
Oh, was fishing good?
Fishing always good, yes.
Good. Weird animals about. You see any? I killed a crab.
You kill crab?
Crab. Orange gestures to its size.
The other three kind of look at each other and then look at you.
Skyrim.
Large crab. Large crab?
Yeah.
Like Rav and Skriz look at each other.
We should catch large crab. Bring to humans. Yes, yes. Next round.
You look at
Careful.
Orin.
Big crab. We catch big crab.
Big crab. Spicy. Orange shows like a little acid burn on its arm.
Kavish kind of like starts sniffing it.
Corrosive.
That's the Old Bay.
Dangerous.
The three of them look at each other.
May need help with large crabs later. But first we bring strange fish, regular fish, to North Village.
Why?
Humans want fish. Give us stuff. Give us
Skriz.
coin. Ah, yes, coin. We give coin to Ish after.
Hey.
They kind of like nod and wave and pick up the boxes again and begin starting to walk north along the plated roadway. Orin, you know, they mentioned Ish. You know Ish. Ish is another member of your commune and is kind of the, almost the de facto head of the lizard folk within Semyaza, at least. Kind of like the most well-spoken, with more of the quote-unquote soft skin.
Spoken-ish.
Quote-unquote soft skins of the village.
Hey there, soft skin. Oh, smooth skin. That's what they say in Fallout.
Yeah. Hey, smooth skin.
Hey, smooth skin. How's it going?
Worse now. I learned absolutely nothing from listening to that conversation.
All you learned is that a couple of lizard folk are bringing fish, various
People
different
like
kinds of fish, to the village to the north.
North folk.
Which you know is, the closest one is Boamar.
Yeah, that checks out. Okay.
Why the people in the north be so hungry, though? They got their own fish. Why they need some south fish?
Well, we'll have to find out when we come back from our break. Because people's bladders are just bursting at the seams and they need to be drained. But we will come back in just a few moments. So sit right there. Don't go anywhere, except if you're getting drinks and cookies, because those are always good. We'll be right back.
Hey, what happened to the stream? Where's the D&D?
Stay tuned, adventurers. We'll be right back.
Oh, I get it. Pee break.
And we're back. Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We got 8 people watching. Yay.
I hope the 8 of you are enjoying our little show.
Yeah, don't forget.
I am.
We're streaming for Extra Life, so we got one Nat 1 in so far, so that's a whopping $1 if you want to donate per roll at Extra Life, for Extra Life, and the link is in chat just above 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 messages. Also down below in our About section. The end.
So we continue back where we left off, where the 5 of you are in maybe a few minutes out of Semyaza in the middle of the street talking to a couple of other lizard folk that live in Semyaza. They mentioned that they are carrying a handful of various different fish and crustaceans to some humans in Boamar. And that's all they pretty much say. Unless any of you want to ask them anything, or you want to go elsewhere. Or do something else.
I would just try to ask one question. Excuse me. Did the people up in the North Village, did they tell you exactly why they were needing some extra fish, or did they just say they just wanted fish?
Softskins mention get fish they collect. That's about it. They give us coin, we use coin for later. Ish know better.
And he thinks for a moment. And Rav kind of chimes in.
Softskins smell like dogs. Weird.
Like all softskins, or just those specifically?
No, the softskins that want fish smell of dog or canine. They collect fish and beasts.
Hunters?
Maybe. They're not like rest of hunters in village. They...
And he's like trying to figure out the word to describe it.
Sell items to other softskins and peoples. Word does not... I don't know word. Buy.
Wait.
People buy. I
Wait a minute.
I thought you were saying bye.
Bye.
I don't know the word. Bye.
Another word.
He kind of the way they kind of describe it is just he's saying how these particular humans are buying and selling to most people, and they are collecting fish and animals. You kind of wrap your head around it, and it sounds like maybe they might be merchants of some kind.
Oh, I see what's happening.
They themselves
here.
don't know what the word merchant is.
If there's some type of weird cloning shit and they're collecting animals, that's kind of weird. I don't know. They could be werewolves. I don't know why they smell like dogs. They ain't got dogs. I don't know.
Is this Sarah talking, or is this Orn now developing a voice?
Smells fishy.
No, they just said it smells like dog. Oh.
It's
Orn's first joke. Azazel.
To be fair, lizard folk
I just
are
didn't
very
expect it.
bad at conveying emotion.
You're usually very literal. It's very odd.
We did did Lizard Man say someone collecting beasts?
Yeah, it sounds like some sort of mercantile business of sort. It's kind of hard to tell if it's something legitimate or something we should look into.
Lizard Man. Is this soft skin you speak of little soft skin? Little noisy, loud, annoying soft skin?
He kind of looks at all. They look at all of you. None like you. Human. Soft-skin human. Collects.
Little, tiny, human soft skin?
All soft skins tiny.
With bunch of cage on wheels?
No. Cages, yes. Wheels, no.
No, Vic. Triggered?
Wow, Orin.
Don't know what that means. But
Orin's getting a little out of character.
Speak to Ish. Ish, no. More details. Detail. We bring fish for coin to Softskin in North Village.
Yeah, I think we should pay Ish a little bit of a visit then.
Okay.
I turn to Azazel. So, if this is little man that captured Trovik going to slaughter little man and all of friend in just being up front.
Yeah, that you are. While I appreciate your honesty, I don't really know if I could condone that.
I could.
That would be good. Oh, okay, right. I forgot about this. This is where we started. Okay. Let's talk to Ish first to make sure we're actually dealing with Nesbit again.
Oh yeah, and you wizard man, so maybe Trovik talk to you later about magic spirit in Trovik.
Yeah, totally. I can talk with you about magic spirits.
This is good,
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, magic isn't really...
I just
good or
hold my hand
bad.
out and shake.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, good.
Hey, Orin, where does Ish live?
Northish?
Lizard Town. Orin
North
refers. Lizard. Orin refers to the spot in the village where all the lizards live as Lizard Town.
It's like Little Italy.
Exactly.
A little Italy.
Lizard Italy.
Hey, I'm working here.
I kind of like that for some reason.
So, yeah, Orin's just gonna walk to where Orin normally would find an ish if
okay.
there were an ish to be found.
Okay, so
I guess we're not doing my grocery shopping first. That's okay.
well, the other lizard folk at this point, once the rest of you started conversing with yourselves, they just picked up their stuff and left. They just started walking back north. But Orin, you know, Ish lives in one of the other communes in Semyaza. So it's like the lizard folk within Semyaza, they all kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? They live in groups in some of the houses there. Kind of like anywhere between 5 to 8 within one housing structure.
We're like lizard frats. We be dormant.
In a way. But you know where Ish lives, and you kind of head back into town. The rest of you, I would assume,
Beeline.
follow? All right. So you all continue back into town, and it's Ish's home, or Ish's commune, is maybe about 4 or 5 houses down from where Orin usually stays. Yeah, pretty much lizard tenements. So you come to the commune where Ish is residing. Easily enough, you walk inside. There's only 2 other ones there, but Ish is one of the 2, kind of just sitting at the table, kind of just. And this is a first for any of the rest of you, but you actually see Ish, this kind of like almost similar in color to Orn, and most of the other lizard folk with this bluish tinge, but there is a bit of like a greenish undertone to them. And you actually see this one particularly writing in a book, kind of like writing down.
The most educated lizard.
He went to Lizard Community College. Got their GED.
Your cousin went to Lizard College.
Their cousin went to Lizard Harvard. Ooh.
Bruh.
They always bring it up at the Lizard family dinners. It's real awkward.
Oh my god.
He's making something of himself where you spend all day fishing.
He's gonna be a lizard.
He's gonna be a
doctor.
There it is.
This is the rest of the show.
This is the rest. Okay, so this is the rest of the episode.
We're just gonna be 2 bubbies.
2 babies. Now we just need to get the Orn style voice down.
What do you mean your boy's a warlock? Mine's a wizard. He's going to the colleges to learn the magics.
Oh yes, the magics.
The Guise of
My
Untamed
son's in a
bubbies.
college too. College of Valor. He's a bard.
Oh, a
Sons. You know, when he was in the basement, I really didn't think he was gonna make anything of himself, but now he's really out there.
They kept telling him you can never make money with music.
But lo and behold, he's now the conductor of an opera.
An orchestra.
That's a bit of a reach.
Okay.
And with that,
And we're back. You all arrive at the commune that Ish resides in, and you see Ish writing in a book. They look up.
Writing Ish.
Sure.
Ish.
Greenish.
Green-ish, yes.
Lizard-ish.
Yes. What can I do for you?
Why lizards go to Northfolk selling stuff?
Oh, you mean Rav, Kavish, and Skriz? Yes. Some of the...
And he kind of, like, pauses for a moment.
humans.
And he kind of, like, struggles with the word a little bit.
Humans of the northern village, Boamar, offered us some coin to catch them some fish. They are collecting it for whatever purposes: food, sell, trade. Why do you ask?
Don't Norfolk have own fish?
If I recall, the village there is not on the lake like Semyaza here. They are more in the wildlands, trees, grass. Deal with more land animals. I understand that they do buy fish from here, though I do not understand why they wanted us to fish for them. But they are providing us coin. We can use the coin for it later.
Okay.
And he kind of looks up at the rest of you.
Is there anything I can help any of you with?
Yeah, maybe. So, just to double check, you didn't, like, ask them why it is they needed the fish. You just sort of said, yeah, I'll get you some fish if you give us some coin, that sort of dealio.
I am uncertain. I have not met these humans. Skriz, Kavish, and Rav have met them. They returned word to me, and I thought the coin might be useful for a later endeavor. So, they specifically of us go fish and bring cratefuls of different critters in the lake up to the village there. Every few days or so. Why they collect them, I do not know. I have never met them, nor do I know their purpose.
Okay.
And I would say, for you, Orn, it's kind of odd that Ish is talking about gathering coin, because lizard folk as a whole don't care for money.
Yeah. You know, I think as a person playing in lizard folk, I thought that was weird.
No, it's quite common. Like, lizard folk themselves are very simplistic humanoid creatures that live just to survive. They don't care about materialistic thing, but with Ish speaking of coin, it's kind of odd.
Ish!
Yes.
Why do you want money?
Well, money can get us supplies that we need for later. I have not spoken to you about this yet, but some of us of the communes here, we want to find our brethren, our other family that have been separated from the Shadowed Bluff by the stone giants. So we find and build coin to get supplies and hopefully venture into the open lands in search of the others. I know this is our home.
He gestures to you, him, and the another lizard folk that's in the room.
But we do want to reform and collect all the others that have scattered over the years from when we were cast out by the stone giants, and he kind of gestures to Zoral. But he doesn't do it in a very, like, it was you. It was just kind of, he just gestures what he means by stone giants to Zoral.
I travel lands,
And then I like gesture to my group.
and we travel. I can find more lizards. I can bring them here. We can.
We could, yes. Whether or not we want to reside here in Semyaza or another settlement, either north or south, or even somewhere mountainous. But first we must find them, gather supplies, gather coin, and be prepared when we go into the wilds.
Coin won't help in wilds.
No.
Only experience.
Yes, I do agree. The coin will help us prepare to go into the wilds in case we need food, or water, or tools and weapons. Many beasts and creatures that we do not know live out in the wilds. So we want to survive if we find our brethren and bring them back here.
We can live on beach.
Orin
Yes.
points to Zoral.
Zoral helps us find new home.
That would be kind, if you do that for us. But in meantime, it's still a ways away before we're able to do that. I am just merely counting the coins and their numbers. Softskins, humans, dwarves, love numbers and coins and costs.
And he starts going back to scribbling something down in his book. It looks like from a first glance, at least from the opposing angle, it does look like a bit of like a ledger. The writing is a bit scrawled and looks somewhat like chicken scratch, but it seems to, there are some letters you can kind of make out, but it seems to be understandable or comprehensible to at least ish.
Well, if you travel, be careful. We want all lizard folk to be back in larger commune, like we once had. Once we find them, then we decide where we make new home. Here, or maybe the beach.
Beach.
Orin turns to the group.
Find lizards.
Azazel, I heard him say the B word. Do you want to ask him about beasts?
I must have been writing something down. What are you talking about?
We could maybe ask him if any of the people from the north who are asking for fish, if he's heard anything about them having or keeping beasts, because the one lizard guy said something about cages up there.
Right. Okay, yeah. Alright, excuse me, Ish, I was wondering if any of in the reports of your underlings telling you about the people collecting these fish and beasts and whatnot, if they've mentioned any odd creatures that might have been there, something worth reporting to you, anything out of the ordinary, something that you wouldn't consider a part of nature.
Hard to say, really. I understand Boamar to be a hunting village. They hunt all manner of beasts. not certain if there are any particular ones that stand out. I know there are strange creatures that have been spoken of, rumors, wild monsters, but uncertain. I have not experienced or seen. I've been in Samyaza since we've fled here for many years. If Grizz, Kavish, and Raz are uncertain, they don't speak common well. Maybe go to Boamar and check yourself. Best use your own eyes than my uncertain words.
Yeah, that's fair. I was just wondering because I was in Boamar before I came down here, and I heard mention of a particularly large, scaly sort of beast that some of the hunters encountered. Just wanted to see if it was related at all.
Scaly beasts come in many shapes and sizes. Could be a dragon, could be a reptile, could be...
Do you know of one that has, like, big antlers on its head?
Like elks?
Yeah,
or
like
deer?
Yeah, like a 15-foot crocodile-looking thing with antlers like an elk. Something like that.
Crocodiles with deer antlers. Unusual.
Yeah.
Could be something new and... might be some of the rumors that have been going around, but I do not know. I apologize, I think.
Write that name down.
He gets excited talking about weird beasts and tells Ish,
I killed giant lion with scorpion tail and human face.
That sounds... What?
Trovik has its head.
No. Trovik give head.
You just gotta keep going. You just gotta power through it. You just gotta like.
I wouldn't have noticed if you just
It didn't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trovik give trophy to Axeman in town. Recovery.
Well, you're alive. That's important. Strange creature for sure. Insect.
Right, excuse me, I'm sorry. Can we go back to the apogite? Is that a thing any of you have heard of? I don't mean to detract.
Yes, I was
No, he
trying.
was trying to. He was trying
He
to
apologized.
apologize.
Apologize.
Yeah, the apologize. You know.
Apologize.
Oh. When you are, sorry, is the word I meant.
I scratched that word from my notes. Thinking that I had a lead.
Maybe
It's okay. Language barriers are tough. I get it.
maybe there is
It's quite
Applejays in town.
Maybe.
Isn't that like? Never mind. Don't.
Ish. Do you have name of dog-smelling North folk?
Dog smelling. Oh, yes. The humans apparently smell of canine. They might be because of they're around a bunch of animals all the time. That's at least my thought of it. But I don't know.
Is there one named Nisbet?
I don't know if... I don't know names. They were simple in their instructions, or at least what the other three told me.
You.
Well, then you may
They give
Applejays.
coin?
They give
You have no name? They pay you how?
They pay, well, Kavish, Raz, Rav, and Skriz bring fish to these humans in Boamar. They give them coin for the fish, and then they return and give me the coin. And I just collect it for later.
I think Ish is right. The only way is to see with our own eyes. There's reports of him and the other lizard folk are not sufficient to our...
I agree.
We are simple, yes.
What I think would be best is to go up there with the other three, just so we know exactly who they're dealing with, and then we talk with them. Do we want to try and catch up with them right now, or should we wait a couple of days until they leave again?
No.
Leave.
Let's run. Let's go now.
Or how long does it take them to get back here?
How long does it take to get to Bohm? I've made that journey. I would know.
It's about a day's travel to get to and from Semyaza and Boamar.
Wizard man, you wanted to go shopping in town, and you being magic man, maybe find something magic for Trovik magic soul tummy?
Yeah, I could find something for your magic soul tummy. If we go shopping real quick, we could probably catch up with them because they are carrying a bit more than we are. I think we could do that.
Well,
I
let's
say
find
we
what you
try.
need.
I have a Sarah question.
Sure.
Where's Doxia? Do we even care?
Doxia is back at your commune.
Your family.
She is waiting for you guys.
Okay.
You guys sent her back.
Just checking.
So that's what we're gonna do. Trovik, you're gonna go get Doxia.
Oh yes, this is on
You and Orn
list.
go get Doxia from Orn's commune. I'll go shopping. Whoever wants to come with me can come with. Otherwise, just wait on the north end of town.
Orin's going
alright.
fishing.
You're not going fishing? Okay.
Yeah,
I've
alright.
not been paying attention. That's literally their only motivation.
Yes, we are simple folk, some
I'm
more
not
than
something
others.
Altogether, Orn is very motivated by fish.
Yes. Fish are quite delicious at times.
Zoril, do you think you could keep an eye on Trovik while he goes to get Doxia?
Orin's
He's been acting real weird since we went to that warehouse and he had his little episode. So maybe he shouldn't be alone right
Orin's
now.
gonna walk with Trovik to the commune because Orin needs to go get some stuff.
To go fishing.
This is good. Yes. Okay.
Yes, I will watch over Trovik and Doxia.
That
Alright.
makes me feel better.
Zulu, are we shopping then?
Oh, as quick as can be, Azazel. Yeah.
All right. So Azazel and Zilri run to the nearest stores they can to purchase the goods that they need. What exactly are you looking for?
I'm looking for 20 gold worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs.
Okay. I wouldn't say it's too difficult to find. You'd probably have to go between two different vendors to gather what you need, but you find 20 gold's worth of the materials to cast Find Familiar. Zilri, is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Flowers.
Flowers?
Mm-hmm.
There is a stall with a dwarven woman who's selling just bouquets of flowers.
Zilri's on that flower power.
I want to get just a small one.
Okay, small bouquet of, let's say like a mix of tulips and lilies, running maybe about 2 silver.
Well, I would have told Zilri to say hi to X-Man for Torvik. Just for fun, whatever.
All right, if the two of you, if that's all you're grabbing for shopping materials, it's easy enough. The rest of you kind of make your way back to Orn's commune. And you find Doxia kind of just lying on the floor with her tail kind of like... She's kind of playing with her tail back and forth.
See, Orn...
She whips her tail back and forth?
She whips her tail back and forth.
And
she sees you all enter and she's like, oh my god, finally! So, how'd it go? Did you find whatever it is that you were looking for? What was it? Was it big? Was it small? Did it kill you? It clearly didn't kill you because you're still alive.
Calm her down with a pat on head and scruff under the neck. In the chin.
There's one instance where she's just like, big crab. Like how big are we talking?
Big crab!
That's a huge crab.
Crabbish.
Right through face!
Wow, you're quite strong. That's...
They are very formidable. They're weren't good.
Formidable?
What?
Formidable. I think that's what you were saying.
That can't be right. No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You missed nothing. Boring. Incredibly boring. Probably adventure here much better, yes?
Storage house on fire!
That doesn't sound like nothing, Trovik.
It's not on fire.
It's no big deal.
You fought a giant crab and you set the place on fire. That doesn't sound like nothing.
They are over-exaggerating. It is fine. It was not a big deal. Nothing happened. Very boring.
Goblin! Goblin body!
She immediately turns her direction towards like Orn and Zoro. What happened? Did something cool happen?
Oh,
You guys light the place on fire? Did you kill the crab? Were there multiple crabs? Was there this? What has to do with the goblin? Like, I missed all the cool stuff.
2 crabs.
She looks at you, Trova, like, 2 crabs?
I totally can't count.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This many.
Yes, I can count 2 crabs.
No, I said that to Trova.
That is 2. Okay.
It's 2.
Orn sees some Orn fishing gear and remembers that Orn wants to fish and just walks away.
Okay, and Orn just picks up some of their fishing gear and just leaves.
Yes.
Alright, I guess Orn's going fishing again.
There were 2 large crab creatures, but we dispatched them and then found some dead goblins in a hole in the wall. Trovik got himself stuck in some vines, but he got out okay.
Some vines? What'd you do? Did you crawl into like a big plant or something?
No, Zoro playing prank on Trovik.
Oh.
On Orn actually caught the last bit of that, and on Orn's way out, Orn yells,
Trovik is magic!
No.
And walks out.
No, Orn, damn it! This is going to be hard to explain.
She's looking at you, like struggling, like, are you trying to hide it from her?
Yeah.
Okay, make a deception check for me.
Okay. I don't think I'm good at deception, am I? No, 10.
Okay. She looks at you.
I'm looking away, like, over
She's
her head.
She's trying to catch your gaze. Trovik?
Trying to do my smile.
Did Orn say you have magic? Trovik, look at me. Look at me.
No.
She kind of grabs your face, like from, even though she's maybe almost 6 feet tall, she still grabs your face. Did you do magic?
No.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe in magic.
She looks over at Zoro. What did he do? Did he do magic?
I look at Zoro like, don't do anything.
It's not so much that he did magic. He was there and magic happened.
So you got caught up in magic.
More or less. But then it let him go.
Zoro says I have magic spirit belly.
Magic spirit belly? Like...
That is a... It is a simplification of what we talked about, but it works. Look, Trovik is discovering the magical weave that holds us all together, and is,
is also
expressing
very scary warrior.
Yes.
No, we all know that, but you...
Yes, we knew that already. No, the magical weave holds us all together and passes through our bodies, and it is expressing itself.
I try to cover her ears.
She's just like trying to fight it off. Is that why your tummy was hurting earlier? Was it because of magic? Or something?
No, I think that was guilt.
Yeah, I kind of thought so too, but... Man, well, I didn't want to put words in his mouth.
Your friend is learning a lot about himself.
Well, that's
now, if you are looking for adventure, we are all heading north.
Ooh. Where are we going now?
I forget the name of the village. It starts with a B.
Boamar.
Beasts.
Beast Town.
Going to Beast Town. Make my way
But
to Beast Town.
We are going there to...
Where are we going?
may have to find some more information on the strange beasts like the one that we killed. Maybe these crabs were one of them, maybe not. But the head that Trovik took that beast, maybe there are some more in that direction. And you can come with us. I suspect that you do not want to stay here while we go out and
Oh heavens,
do
no!
all that.
No, I don't want to stay here anymore. I'm bored out of my skin. We're gonna go to the village. We're gonna go find some cool animals, and I'm not gonna stick around and just sit in a hall or a house until.
This was going to be big surprise, but Zoro ruined it. I was going to. Trovik was going to tell you.
I was not in on it.
Surprise!
On the surprise.
Little flower, you get to go on bigger adventure now.
I am more surprised that this was a surprise.
It's like you're
turns around,
leveling
it's
up.
okay, don't worry about it.
Okay, well, anyway, if you have anything, any belongings or anything here, we are waiting by the north entrance of the town for our compatriots to gather their supplies, or to gather their fish, and we are going to be leaving soon.
Okay, She kind of looks at herself. I'm ready to go. I got all my stuff, and she kind of like flips the tabard that she's wearing, the dirty tabard.
Yeah, you two go. Trovik need to talk to Orn real quick.
Orn? Okay.
Okay.
So Doxia leaves with Zoro, and you're left in the house by yourself. Orn's not there. Orn went to go fish.
Fuck me. Okay, is there anybody around that looks like Orn?
There's nobody else.
A lot of people around that look like Orn.
Alright,
Actually, this is one
listen
of
up,
the first
lizard
times-
folk.
This is one of the first times that the house is empty.
I go look for Orn real quick.
Okay, so you leave the house.
You people.
Yeah.
And you just start running down the street.
Orn!
People just kind of staring at you. They just see this minotaur running through the streets, yelling, "Orn! Orn!"
What is this city but a different type of labyrinth?
Damn it. Okay.
When you go to the Longline Yards, you spend... It takes you about an hour to get in, go through the lineup, pay your way in, get to the end of the yards, and then, like before, I'm assuming you're just going to dive in.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. You just dive in. I'll say you catch another maybe like 2 or 3 more fish. Easy enough. But the rest of you reconvene at the exits of one of the exits of town, and you're just kind of waiting for Orn. Trovik, do you just run through the streets trying to find Orn?
Yeah, but we'll give up halfway and start heading towards the gathering.
Okay. A little whiles later, Trovik does show up. And now you're just waiting on Orn.
Very bad news, friends. We have lost the lizard.
Pretty sure they told us that they were going to go fishing.
See,
Did Orn tell us?
Trovik does not remember this?
I saw her leave. Well, I saw them. I really don't know. I saw her leave with fishing gear. So maybe she went fishing again. She does love her fish.
Yeah, that they do. So should we like wait around, or should we go in after them?
We should probably go get drink.
No, they will be here.
We
Then-
don't really
Again.
have time to get a drink.
Patience is the solution.
Yeah, if there's one thing Orn likes almost as much as fishing, it's the idea of going and finding lizards.
Eventually, Orn does show up. And Orn, you have all your gear that you've collected from the commune, and whether you wanted it to be a sack, a satchel, or a basket of fish to bring with you.
Mm-hmm. And then I shove out the basket to the group and I say,
We sell for coin.
Put my hand in, take a fish.
That's coming out of your pay.
We find
Trovik, she only had like 3 honor.
we find for North folk. North folk buy fish. We
Didn't
find
even ask if you could.
Just puts it back with the head
Trovik,
missing.
Trovik,
Okay, sure.
All right, let's get moving.
Yes, let's go. And Doxy is kind of just like all energetic all of a sudden. She's like, yes, we're going somewhere. We're going down an adventure.
Oh dear.
The trail we blaze from the road to El Dorado is playing in the background. But for
Look out, New
copyright
World,
reasons,
here
no
we
one
come.
can hear it.
Doxia, do you want Orky back ride?
no, I'm okay. Maybe later when my feet get tired.
Okay.
So, you all start
You're
to...
lost.
Quirky back ride.
You all begin to head north along the plated roadway to Bolomar. And it'll take you about a day's travel to get there. So the choice is yours on how long you want to take to get there. You can either go walk, run, move, however, the entire way there. It might cause some exhaustion if you just go straight on through. You could also camp for the night, go at a slower pace, faster pace. Choice is yours. And then we will also see if there's anything that occurs on the road as well.
Orn, do you know if the 3 members of your little community, do you know if they'd be going fast enough to get there before nightfall, or do you think they'd camp out for the night?
they carry big crate. Probably tired. Probably camp. Big crate they carry. probably need sleep. Yeah!
All right. I say we move fast and efficiently until we get close to nightfall, push on a little bit more, and then once it's completely dark, we set up camp.
All right. So, you all move as quickly as you can throughout the rest of the day. You left Semyaza. It was about midday, almost around noon. You start wandering north up until it gets, let's say, about 5 in the afternoon. And you can start seeing that the sun is slowly setting. I'm gonna say, someone roll a D100 for me.
What? A D100?
Yeah, how would one do that?
I can roll the D100.
We could probably do
So
that.
it's the...
It's a real thing?
Well, there is an actual D100, but in this case it's usually 2 different types of D10s that you add. And then the numbers that you roll determine the number itself.
Yep.
So I just rolled on Foundry at 94.
94.
Wow.
I hope it's
You did not get divine
You
intervention.
wanted a high number.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a cleric.
Yeah, who knows?
But yeah. Oh, here's the thing about Foundry. If you want to do a custom roll, just type /R space and then the number of dice and the type of dice. So yes.
Foundry is so quick and convenient. If you're not using it, you definitely should be.
Yes. When your DM asks you to roll some random shit like that, you could just do it.
At foundryvtt.com. Wink!
There you go. So, as you are walking, and eventually you, as a whole, you start slowing down a little bit. But as you're walking north on the plated roadway, you pass by a handful of people throughout the day. But you see kind of like, as the grasses themselves, there's maybe about a foot high off the ground, on the edges of the stone walkways, the stone pathway that's built between all the settlements of the province. And then the grass itself kind of extends out a little bit. It's mostly kept at a reasonable height, and then obviously it grows wildly the deeper you go in. But you do hear some rustling in the grasses further up ahead, and you see slowly emerging from the taller grass into the shorter area, almost kind of like coming towards the plated roadway. These 2 large-looking bovine creatures, big, thick, matted brown hair with 2 large antlers or horns that kind of spiral out, and they're kind of just emerge from the grass and just bisecting in the road. And they're heading, it looks like they're just kind of moseying about, heading westward.
They're just walking across the road.
They're coming up towards the road. You guys can see them a bit of ahead. Sorry, there was 3. I misread my note. I'd say... I'd say probably, Zoro, you recognize these so-called beasts of burden as aurochs. They are like oxen or... They are like oxen or cows, but maybe I'd say maybe a third of the size bigger than most of them. And they're usually, they're usually beasts of burden. They are riding animals. They help with farmland and crops, carrying wagons, and most notably, they are used by orcs as almost like riding animals.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And they're just kind of like moseying through.
Okay. I'll just say to the group, it's just like, you tread carefully. These beasts will not attack you, but try not to. And I pointedly look from Orn to Trovik. Try not to startle them.
Yeah, of course.
What do they look like?
Oh, cool. Oh, cute. I like it. I like. Very nice.
Oh, let me.
That's a Pokemon.
I choose you. Let's ride it.
Nice.
Sorry, I forgot. I put myself on mute. But they are very mild-mannered creatures. So.
Just move slowly past them.
They take notice of all of you. One of them kind of stops. Two of them are still going on. Takes a couple bites out of the grass, chews on it. Slowly starts moving until eventually the three of them pass over the bladed roadway and continue heading westward into the smaller brush area. And you kind of see them almost disappear into the grass. They are still quite larger than the rest of them, but you can see them kind of leaving your space.
Trovik have question.
Creatures.
Why do we keep traveling on hoofs?
What?
Well, we don't have any... I mean, you're technically traveling on hoof.
Yes, orc hoof in exhausted. Why no carriage or something? I mean, when Trovik in cage, travel was better in cage.
Yeah, unfortunately, Nesbit.
Oh, no.
We're losing you. We didn't get any of that.
Sorry, DG, your complete sentence just went...
We didn't hear your whole steam.
Try again.
Can we hear you now? No. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
We're sorry, folks, but DG Holston will be returning after these short messages.
He's been cast under a spell of mute.
I'm sorry, Trovik. Did you want to go back and commission a carriage?
I don't know what that means, but next time maybe we spend coin to walk less.
I will tell you this, Trovik. Traveling on foot through the world is a good way to get in touch with the magic around you.
Okay, so then next time we will get carriage, yes?
I mean, yeah, we could do that next time.
That's not what I'm... Never mind.
This one gets it.
But I agree with both of you. But Trovik, I think what he means is the magic that's in you, out of you, surrounding you. If we walk through land, maybe it'll help you understand it? Right? Is that what you meant?
Yes.
That's what he meant.
This one gets it.
Chris sees what you did there.
Okay. I guess we're moving on.
All right. You all continue for maybe another 2 to 3 hours before dusk begins to settle. Do you continue on, or do you stop for camp?
Azazel, thumbs up or thumbs down for camp? Thumbs up for camp.
Start writing.
Yeah.
No.
No, we can't hear you.
So yeah.
All right, so I saw a thumbs up for camp, so you all decide to kind of venture off the road just a little bit, a few feet away. Maybe maybe you accidentally hit the mute button without realizing it. Who knows? Sorry, we can't hear your soft, sultry voice for the last little bit. But you all kind of step away from the road and set up a small little makeshift camp area where you potentially rest. Is anybody going to start a fire or set up beds, or you just kind of like walk a few feet and just start lying in the grass kind of thing?
I bet Azazel would do some magic shit.
Probably a dance first too.
He's like, no.
Nah.
Zilri's gonna she's gonna find a spot to like lay by a tree, but first I'm gonna pull out that small bouquet that I bought while I was shopping with Azazel and pull one lily out and give that to what's the chick's name?
Doxia?
Doxia. Give one of the lilies to Doxia and then the rest of the bouquet to Zoril. And then I'm gonna sit by a tree and start to fall asleep.
Okay.
Wow.
It's adorable.
Azazel's gonna try
Thank
and
you.
speak.
There he is!
I just had
Go, technology works.
Should I be concerned? I had to turn my audio interface off and on again. That's
That's happened to me before.
Yeah, it happens.
weird.
It just
Okay.
happens.
Well, I'm back, and I don't have any magic things to do.
Back-ish.
Well, yes, no, I do. I misremembered. It would take me actually an hour to get Pepper back, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Orn's gonna crawl up next to Zilri and fall asleep with Orn's head in her lap.
Oh.
Before Zilri goes to sleep, she gives me this bouquet, and I'd be like, What is this? What are you doing?
I just remembered that you liked flowers. That's all.
Oh, he's gonna eat it.
Oh, hey, if you like them because you like to eat them, man, that I got them for you. So whatever you want to do with them.
It's a nervous tick.
I appreciate the gesture. I will take this gift at face value. Thank you. And I will definitely take a lily and just shove it into my mouth.
It makes Zilri so happy. I just like pet Orn's head in my lap and fall asleep.
Yeah, you give Doxia the little lily. She's like a little kid bouncing around like, oh, it's so adorable. Thank you, Zilri. And she puts it like behind her ear.
Funny.
That's what I wanted.
A little flower for little flower.
She puts
God
it
damn.
like behind her ear, and she runs over to Trovik. Trovik, look, Zilri gave me a little flower. Now I'm actually a little flower.
That has been the ongoing joke the whole time. You are Dandy Lion.
Oh, okay, I get it. she's Sarah's just losing it. Oh, okay. Okay, makes sense now.
Yes, now you help Trovik with fire, yes? This is
fire?
part of adventure. You are now learning. Trovik teach you how to make fire.
Okay, yeah. She's
Okay.
like, all right. How do we start?
First we go chop tree down.
She looks around. Well, the closest tree is the one Zilri and Orn are lying by.
We should
There's
probably... No, that's what old Trovik would do. We should
there's-
probably
there's-
find wood elsewhere.
No, I mean, would the elves appreciate us cutting down their trees? Well, there's one further over there. If we just walk into the grass area, we can go get that one over there.
With like a flower like half sticking out of his mouth. It's just like you can just find like brush and whatever on the ground.
Okay.
You shouldn't chop down a living tree. The trees have given to us their branches.
My hour-long ritual.
You know, they have shed what they do not need anymore. You do not take more than they have given.
Okay.
And if you gather the wood, I can start your fire.
Okay. I'll say, Trovik, make an investigation check, and I'll get Doxia to roll one as well.
Okay.
Can I also help them with this?
Sure. You can either roll separately or give one of them advantage.
I'll roll a man, I guess.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine. I got a 13.
Doxia got 13 as well.
And you said investigation?
Mm-hmm.
That's a negative one. Ooh, even better. 5 minus 1.
No.
Nice.
Sure. Between the three of you, Trovik, you have a little bit of a harder time kind of like scraping through the brush and the grass, trying to find like dead wood and driftwood. But between the three of you, you collect enough firewood and kindling to set up a small fire nearby where you see Azazel sitting there kind of putting together in what looks like a small chalice-like object bits of the incense that are slowly smoking, and then after about an hour or so, as the three of you kind of light the fire, out of like a small little pocket in the air kind of like emerges, and you see Pepper kind of just materialize in the air and kind of just start flying around and lands on your shoulder, Azazel.
Welcome back, partner.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, sorry that took a bit of a south turn there for you.
It happens, I guess.
Orin's one eye opens and sees the owl and gets real excited.
He's gone.
Pepper kind of like immediately clocks over to your position. Well, at least that we are about 100 feet away from the lizard.
Yeah, we've got time to react, and I'll just take the next couple minutes kind of catching Pepper up on the situation.
Oh my, that's... Well, at least you were able to defeat these creatures. But it seems we've found ourselves a new lead.
Yeah, I'm a little worried that it's taken us right back to Bolmar. That's where we started.
Well, like all good mysteries, somehow the clues always lead back to where it all began.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
I'm sure this time maybe we'll be able to ask a different set of questions to a different group of people. Something we did not think of before.
And we know a bit more going into it at least.
That is true.
We'll get the fire going, and unless Trovik, you wanted to show what you know about starting a fire.
Yes, so this is how to make fire, little flower, okay?
Okay.
Step, you take rock and against metal.
Okay.
And I remember there is part where it pushes the stuff together and start with spark.
Okay.
At some point, you're kind of like banging the rock against it, and you're like, no, until you finally hit that one spot, and you see like the spark kind of chime, and you do it a second time, and you eventually start catching the kindling.
Wow.
Yes, persistence is key. Now, you get down close to fire, come.
Oh, okay.
And she kind of leans in.
No,
How close do we have to get, though?
He holds back her mane.
She's not like that close, but she's just like, how close do I have to get?
Carefully. Very, 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 very carefully.
Okay.
Blow on spark. There, look. It's growing. It's make bigger. Look, you do it. This is part of adventure. This is not the most exciting thing you've ever done.
Somewhat. She's just like, I don't know.
But I learned how to make fire. It's a first start. It's a first step. I still can't wait till we start fighting monsters, though.
No. You must learn to make many fire before you learn to fight to bad things.
But I don't. And she's like, I don't have a metal axe that I can just scrape.
That's why you take Azazel's. He offered to teach you, so you take his sword.
My sword is specifically for the art of combat. It's not for starting fires. You want to start a fire with a piece of metal, and then I'll pull out a little knife from my backpack. You can use this if you really need to.
She kind of reaches her paw out, accepts the knife. She picks up like a small rock, starts makes the spark again, just so that she knows how to. Okay. And then she kind of like takes a couple steps away and starts going. Ta!
Slow down. Slow
just
down.
Away from everybody else. Like.
Oh, you're making Trovik's magic belly ache.
Training begins tomorrow. Get some sleep first.
Okay, yeah. Let's do that.
Oh. He leans in. That one likes to dance when he swings swords, so...
Ooh. That's interesting.
That's up to you.
Sorry, I caught that with the corner of my eye. Popping the collar.
Well, he does seem like a skilled swordsman. So maybe that's just his thing. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of different ways that people fight.
And she kind of thinks back. She thinks for a moment.
I don't think my dad fought with dancing, but I get the idea.
No, Trovik did not dance with sword either.
Must be a different style. But that's okay.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Just warning you, maybe skip that part for... I don't know. If you want to be bard, then tell Azazel to learn you to dance, but if you're going to learn to swing sword...
I'm going to be a warrior.
I believe you.
She starts like jabbing with the knife, and then her claws come out, and she's just like, ha, 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 ha.
But first we focus on fire, and then get you bath.
Okay. Okay. All right.
She's just holding the knife. She doesn't have anywhere to put it. She kind of just sits down near the fire.
But then warrior. You'll be dandiest of all lions.
Okay. Yeah.
This good is.
So you all, within a decent distance, kind of like keep an eye around the fire as the night begins to overtake the sky. And only the fire itself is the closest thing you can see to light around you all. My only question is, we're almost out of time, but who will take the first... Well, are any of you going to take watch? Or are you all just going to sleep till the night?
First watch and wait until everyone falls asleep.
Trovik will stay up as well.
Okay. So, both of you make a perception check for me.
Hey. Oh.
Oh, I keep rolling like it's the 19, and then it moves over to the 3.
Oh.
4.
Oh. Yeah, Azazel, it's pretty dark. You can hear the rustling of the grass. Like some crickets, some bugs. Doesn't Nothing out of the ordinary. You can obviously hear your companions breathing. Trovik looking about. You can see past the rest of the group, and you can see Zilri and Orn about 20, 30 feet away, kind of like hunkered by that tree. But you don't... You hear the same natural wildlife sounds that you hear, but nothing kind of draws your attention in a negative light, let's say.
Okay. Yep, cool. I will roll out a little pouch, and it's just a thick clump of grass, and just start noshing on the grass.
Okay.
You chewing your cud.
Touche.
I'll let Pepper kind of sleep in his own world and kind of bamf him back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bamf.
Bamf.
Badass. Mother. Owl.
So, Trovik and Azazel,
Mother foul.
your watch goes undisturbed.
Wizard man, we don't get to talk much. What do you know about magic soul tummy?
What I mean?
Well, the fact that you feel the magic in your soul tummy is a little telling. See, magic is it's a fickle thing. It's a very old and mysterious power that comes in many forms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some people, like our friend Zoral over there, channels the ancient powers of nature itself. Commands nature, but only as much as nature lets him. Some people, like myself, through study and cultivation, learn to tap into the arcane secrets of the world and try to bend reality to their own whim. Some, like Zilri, are a bit secretive. Truthfully, I don't really know what sort of source her magic draws from. And then there's a very special kind, one that has very little explanation, one that sort of, it just sort of happens. The fundamental forces of magic themselves, the will of magic just appears in some people. For some people, this manifests in a very powerful way, and they become very gifted sorcerers, gifted with natural talent that I hope to replicate through my study. And some, it's a bit limited in their power, but they become something else, something that allows them to channel their magic, to make themselves stronger, to protect others, or to do something. Because the best thing about magic is it is what you make it. Do you know why I dance when I use my sword?
To distract enemy?
I mean, it definitely helps. What it actually is it's an ancient magical fighting technique that my family implements. It's a connection between what a sword is and what magic is. Magic, it's a tool, it's a part of nature, it's not anything inherent. It's how you use it, and that's what a sword is. It's not a weapon, it's a tool. It's a very versatile tool. You can use it in lots of different ways. You can use it to start fires, you can use it for combat, you can use it to help your friends, you can use it to defend people. And magic is that same way, and we bridge those two together through movement. In the same way that you combine rhythm and music and body movement, you combine magic and swordplay and martial prowess. I think you could do that too. Whatever your magic soul tummy has, I think you could really combine that with what you have innately in yourself, and that is a mighty body and a strong heart. I think you could really become something great.
Like a
as long as
tummy
you use that
dancer?
skills for- Like a tummy dancer, yeah. I don't think you have to change who you are, though, Trovic. I think being Trovic is all you need to be.
So do you know how to cure tummy magic?
Unfortunately, I really don't think there is a way to do that.
Okay.
Some tools we aren't really allowed to return to the cellar, and you just kind of have to learn to use it.
Well, Trovic would like to learn much more about you, wizard man, but eyes are getting very heavy, and this orc needs to get his beauty rest, if you know what I'm saying.
I understand.
Okay. Well, good talking to you, wizard man. And I go to sleep.
All right. And before we get to the next watch, we'll have to continue that the next session, as it is now 10 o'clock. So I'd like to say thank you, everybody who's here watching. Thank you to the players for having a really good session. It was a nice role-playing session. A lot of good moments I've picked up here and there. And you're all doing a fabulous job. But, unfortunately, we're out of time today.
Bruh.
Until next time. Bruh. Until next time. And I think I remember it this time. Be good to each other. Be awesome. And beat hate with love. Good night, everyone. And we'll see you on Monday.
Bye!